and we're back with a new episode of 304 Hoagie Reviews, and today we're doing a special Cinco de Mayo edition, and we are at Mr. Taco, real Mexican food restaurant in Glen Elk in Clarksburg, where you can eat more tacos. Come on, Brad, let's see what they got for us. Well, we're off to a good start. They got my Diet Pepsi here waiting on me, and I know what you're thinking. Mexican restaurant. I thought this was a hoagie review, Italian hoagie review. Well, Brad has talked to Alma and Ken Tyson here at Mr. Taco, and apparently they have something that's really close. What's it called, Brad? Tell me again.
The torta.
The torta. It's got the bread, it's got the steak, it's got the onions, it's got the cheese. Let's try this thing out and see how we like it. All right, Brad, Alma, and Ken Tyson, they have our torta ready. So you know what time it is. It's time to let that bite begin.
Let the bite begin.
Here it comes. Owners of Mr. Taco. This is Alma, and this is Ken Tyson. Oh, man. You know what they say? On Cinco de Mayo, and when in Mexico, do as the Mexicans do. Here it is. This is the torta, right? The torta. Oh, thank you. And let me say, this, you could have fooled me. If you would have told me it was a hoagie brand, I wouldn't have known any different, except for the little Mexican flags in there. That's a really nice touch. It's a nice touch. Okay, let's look inside. What do we got? We definitely got some grilled steak. We got some lettuce. Looks like we got maybe some mayo. We got some tomatoes. There's avocados. That's a good thing. Avocados are not normally on the Italian hoagie, but I am a huge fan of the avocado. All right, Brad, here we are, Mr. Taco in Glen Elk, in Clarksburg, with Alma and with Ken, and we are about to dive in to the torta on the Cinco de Mayo edition of 304 Hoagie Reviews.
What do you think?
Oh, man. Oh, man. The bread is perfect. Now, it's gonna be hard to put it on the same scale because it has so many different ingredients. But let me tell you what, if you could say a Mexican steak hoagie, that's exactly what this is.
Let's take a look at that. Tilt it down here.
Look at that, wow. Brad.
It's amazing.
The steak has a nice grill to it. The cheese is underneath the steak. So I guess in Mexico they know about the bottom cheese as well. Is that mayo on it?
Mayo, sour cream.
And sour cream.
Refried beans.
Oh, the refried beans are in there too. I didn't even notice the refried beans.
Yeah.
Oh, you hit that on me. Refried beans in it too. This is a whole meal in a hoagie, Brad. They say that a steak hoagie has to have the lettuce and mayo on it. You know, in Clarksburg and Harrison County, it doesn't seem to be, that's what we call that more of like an Italian hoagie than the steak hoagie. Normally has, you know, like the peppers and onions and maybe some tomato sauce. This with the sour cream makes it not the mayo taste. It makes it a little bit lighter and fluffier, you know, like you ever had the tzatziki sauce on a good gyro? It's got a real nice light flavor to it. This is such a good sandwich. I'm gonna have to think about it a second, but while I'm thinking about it, let me say, Mr. Taco, this restaurant's been open for a few months now. They've had the food truck in all around Harrison County. We've all seen for a little over a year and a half now, and they've contributed in so many ways to United Way causes. They've had several dine and donates, and you know, that is a good way to get on the top of the list to get reviewed by 3 or 4 Hoagie Reviews, is to be a part of the United Way community and a part of the restaurants in Harrison County that are contributing to the United Way effort. So first, let me say thank you both for all your help with our United Way campaign in the last year or two, and we're sure glad you guys set up a permanent location, not just the truck, and you're here to stay, because I will come back for a torta. I guarantee that. This is good, Brad. So this isn't just like a straight steak hoagie scale. This is a special edition torta scale. Well, it's definitely the best torta I've ever had, because I've never had another torta previous to this, but even if I'd had 100 of them, I feel like it would be one of the best, because it is perfectly toasted. The bread inside and out has the crunch. I love when the bread has the toast on the inside.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you get a good burger somewhere and they really toast the inside of the bun real crunchy. That makes all the difference to me. The onions, all the fresh ingredients, the crunchy steak. Brad, it's good. I mean, tortas, it's got to be 9.5 or above. Steak hoagies, it's in the 8 9s, 9 1s. In steak hoagies, that's how good it is. But for tortas, I think it's got to be a 9.7.
Wow,
for tortas.
that's amazing.
9.7. This is a delicious sandwich. Thank you for introducing it to me. Thank you for donating to United Way. And Brad, if you don't mind, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this torta. Eat more tacos! And tortas.